Hello, people of Earth. It is I, Super Evil, Awesome Hamza, and I want to talk about my 3DS. So, I got this specific one like a month or 2 months ago. I got it for $80. Cause I'm awesome, and cause like there's no rubber on the circle pad. The guy was like, "It's brand new." And I barely used it. Blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, but there's no rubber. He wanted 120. I was like, give me, I want 80. Like, all right, but he came and it's like, it's original. I swear. I was like, no, I had one of these when I was 7 years old, and it had the rubber on it. So let me get into the backstory. Why this is not my original 3DS. So it's a very, very, very sad tale. So I originally got my DS, I believe it was the day Pokemon Rumble World came out in the United States. Because I had no games that looked interesting to me on the 3DS. I was satisfied with my DS Lite. I could play Game Boy games, and you know, I like Game Boy games. I could play like Fire Red and stuff like that, and all my DS games. And I was like, what's on the DS? Like, there's Mario, whatever, blah blah blah. There was no new Pokemon. That didn't come out till 2013. But Pokemon Rumble Blast. Let me put y'all on to this. You all might not agree, and maybe 7-year-old me was out of my mind. Or out of his mind. But I'm referring to myself, so it's cool. But I'm insane, and I'm in pain, and I can tell by what I am saying. And I am saying that Pokemon Rumble Blast was awesome, and also that I never got into that backstory. I mentioned that's so sad about why this is not my original 3DS, but I gotta get to Pokemon Rumble World, and we'll get back to it. So, please hold. Here's my theme, actually. It's pretty cool. We'll find Pokemon Rumble World maybe together. Oh shit, that's not the good way. That's not the right way. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's not Rumble World. I'm so stupid. It's Rumble Blast. Rumble World is the mid one. It was a free to start game. Where I don't know, it was like a phone game. You play it for a bit, and then it's like you gotta grind a lot, or you could pay money for microtransactions. You could pay like 30 to have like infinite money in the game, so you don't want to worry about microtransactions. But like, this is the OG. That was like 2015 or whatever Rumble World came out. But this was just a cartridge. I was like, oh my god. It's a Pokemon game in 3D, and the original Pokemon Rumble was on the Wii, and I was just like, man, I didn't know how to use the internet. Like my sister or my family had a DSi, and I was like, I don't know, I wasn't like anything. I was just, that's the DS internet, or probably because DSi. Also, this cutscene is pretty cool, especially in 3D. It looked pretty cool in 3D because my first game. But I didn't know how to use the internet because I was born in 2004 and I was a dumb little kid, and I could not go to the eShop and get myself this game on a Wii because I don't think I had a Wii. I might have, but I don't know. I don't know what I got first. I got my Wii in 2011. It was like the Mario Galaxy, or not Mario Galaxy. It had a Mario Galaxy CD. It was New Super Mario Bros. Wow. But oh yeah, but I just like Pokemon Rumble looks cool, but I can't play it. But I can play it in 3D. I'm like, oh wow, this looks way better than my old DS, and it's in 3D, and it's so cool. And I also got New Super Mario Brothers 2, and I was like, oh yeah, that game is pretty good. Ooh, I got some burps in me, but We move on, soldier. This is the home world in this game. I like this game works with the D-pad of the circle. But yeah, I had this system when I was 7. I might have been 6, because I was turning 7. And shut the heckity up. I don't want to hear 6, 7, but I guess you can do whatever you like. I don't really care that much. But I mean, I'm not going to be stupid about it. But I kind of am for mentioning it. But I'm just remembering that because, it was for ages 7 and up, because the 3D display might not be good for developing eyes. And hey, I'm really super duper blind, so this is my childhood, and I can't see anything, which is why this is a bad video. So it's all because I'm blind, I'm disabled. But I make it. We young thug and out. But I'll play some Pokemon Rumble while I explain what happened to my original DS. Cause I did not have it for very long. I played New Super Mario Brothers on it I beat it in 3 days, but it was a really good 3 days. And I played it again, and there's DLC packs and stuff, and you can definitely, and with the star coins, you can get more than 3 days of content. I might have even beat it in 1 day. I don't know. I just was I remember just speed running the heck out of it, but. Sorry, my toes are kind of cramped because I'm positioned on a dresser, because I was just I can't sleep, I'm gonna record a video. But I don't really do this typically. I was I can probably record a video about my 3DS. I mean, that's my childhood. I don't really need a script for that. It's just what I know. So this is why I'm a villain. This is why I'm evil. But yeah, this is the game. I remember a friend of mine, a friend of mine at the time was like, 3D is dumb, it gives you a headache. Which that's what everyone says, and you should just turn it off. And I wasn't really very impressed by it. I know the 3DS is kind of comparable to a PSP, but I had a PSP. That was actually my first console, I'm pretty sure, when I was 4. But I had Sonic Rivals, which I was anxious as a kid. I don't know why. But I was just it just made me way too nervous. I was I don't want to lose, and I'm oh, I don't want to make Knuckles mad at me, or I don't want to let everyone down or whatever. So I was just so afraid. I barely played it because it would get me I don't know. Back then, I'd watch Dexter's Lab, and he'd be doing something stupid, and I had to run out the room. Blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, so I had a PSP, and I remember I had a SpongeBob game, and it was kind of a fetch quest game with it was kind of boring and it sucked. I played it recently. It wasn't super horrible, but I can see why I wasn't really a big gamer as a 4-year-old, because my games kind of sucked. I didn't have good games on the PSP. So this was not a good game, but for 7-year-old me, I mean, it is a good game. It's pretty good, but it's not the most amazing game in the universe. But I just got a Deerling, probably. I think I can't really tell because I can't see. But yeah, so it's my balls, because I got a whatever. I was oh, the 3D is so cool. I still think 3D is so cool, man. I see how it works. You get one thing on each. Oh my gosh, bro. I cannot. This is just way too much for me right now. Just talking and playing Pokemon backwards, and my toes being cramped because I'm sitting in a stupid ass position. Oh, I'm a skitty. And what the heck? That was a pat rat. I'm so blind. Oh, yeah, but my PSP kind of sucked. I didn't have a good experience. So the PSP is really awesome, but I don't know. I didn't have an awesome time with it. I was 4 years old. I didn't put music files on there. I didn't put videos. I didn't download anything from the shop. I broke my Sonic Rivals disc because I just opened the case. Cause I was just is it a case? But no, that's just how it's supposed to be. And I just got a pat rat because I'm playing Pokemon. I'm sorry I'm not showing y'all. It's just easy for me to play when I can actually see it. But maybe I don't really need to play it right now. But you know, it is my childhood, so it is good to revisit. But yeah, you know, the PSP is comparable to this, and I technically experienced the PSP, but my games on the PSP sucked, and I liked Pokemon since I was like 5 years old. So I was like a good 2 years. I was like, I love Pokemon because I had my Game Boy Color at that time, and I had my DS Lite, and I had Pokemon Blue and Yellow, and I had Fire Red, and I might have had Ruby, and I had Diamond, and well, I was 7. I don't remember the whole timeline, but my first DS one was Black and White, and it was so good. I picked Tepig, but all of them were so amazing. Snivy and Oshawott, they're so cute. And Pokepark 2 Adventures Beyond on the Wii was super duper awesome. And that game was so cool. It's like a 3D game where you play as Pikachu and Oshawott and Tepig and Snivy and just do stuff as them. And this is a very tangenty video. You know, that's just what I do, I guess. Well, that's what I'm doing right now. But I didn't have crazy experience with the PSP. I hacked one now and stuff because I'm evil, and I'm going to jail. I'm not, but I hope not. I think I'm okay. You know, I'm sorry for hacking my PSP, but I didn't do that as a 4-year-old because I was a 4-year-old, and I don't know if you could hack it back then because it was like 2009. I think you could, because like I'm not gonna do that as a 4-year-old, bro. You know, I didn't know how to connect to the internet. Like, you know, I didn't even have like Flipnote Studio and stuff on the DSi, like on my sister's DSi. I mean, I think we had Flipnote Studio, but we didn't do nothing DSi about it besides just take pictures on the camera. And I just got a Tepig. I just beat the boss, and there was a Tepig, and I got him. You don't always get the boss Pokemon, but I got him right now, so that's awesome. So that's nice. This is not my original save, but I'm going. I have multiple 3DSs, by the way, but this is my childhood color, like my first 3DS. So you know, I'm just going through it again. I got it recently, and I'll eventually get in my story. I don't mean you know, blue ball you guys, but I'm just taking a while. I'm looking. Oh yeah. Oh, this is my most powerful Pokemon now. Wow. But yeah, so yeah, I thought this was pretty cool. I thought that guy was dumb. Well, no, he wasn't dumb. I was like, 3D is cool. It might give you a little bit of a headache, but you can turn it down. And you just gotta chill out. Just take a break, bro. It's too cool. There's not, even today, like 15 years later, there's nothing else like this. This thing is so cool. I can't even show you how it works. Is like, I mean, it looks sharper when it's 3D, and that's because it's two separate images. So if you close each one of your eyes, you can usually kind of see that it's like shifted to the left or the right. Like when you turn on the 3D, sometimes you even get more width, so you can like see like an Animal Crossing or something. You can see like a tree or a little path that you couldn't see before. Cause it gives you, you know, it gives you a little bit more screen because it gives you two slightly different perspectives, just like how your eyes normally do. They give you two different perspectives, and then your brain processes each individual image and makes that one single image with depth. And then your brain processes two separate images on this, one for each eye, and then it has depth, even though it shouldn't. And if you really do stuff with hacking, you can make it have super depth, and you can be like, whoa! You can like stare at space on it, but I didn't do that. It's still pretty cool though, and I like 3D, and it's awesome, and you all can't be hating on it. And just, I guess, tell y'all what happened to my 3DS is like a month and a half after I got it. I was pooping on the toilet or something, and I was like, maybe I was a little constipated or something, I don't know. But I was like, I'm gonna leave this in the shower. I'm gonna be back in the bathroom in like an hour maybe. So I told my dad, yo, if you're gonna take a shower, take this thing out of the shower. Do not leave it in the shower. But my dad, he was a fool. he let this thing get eviscerated. It got destroyed by the pouring rain. I was like, I don't know what happened. I wasn't in there with him. I asked when he came back, I was like, oh yeah, do you remember taking my DS out? Because I was excited. I was like, no way my dad would do it. Surely not. Like, I love my dad. I respected him. I still kind of respect him. I'd respect him more if he didn't do what I described. Um, what can you do now? But, I figured he was a smart man. He would take my 3DS out of the shower. Alas, he forgot my 3DS was in the shower. And he destroyed it, and he did not. And I had to go back to my DS Lite for a while. And I destroyed that when I was 8. Because my sister was chasing me in it, and I decided to hide it in a cooler, and it immediately broke. I took it back out of the cooler. It's like ice and stuff, and it just died. R.I.P. my DS. But then, like, when X and Y came out, I got the 2DS, and that's cool. But I don't have that anymore because I shipped it with my cousins in Tunisia. So yeah, that kind of sucks. And I lost a DS in Tunisia. I had a high-rolled new 3DS XL. Oh my gosh, you guys can look that up. It's pretty cool. It's like, it has the Triforce and like wings and stuff. It's gold. But I kind of splashed a little pee on it, and it was fine. But I got a Q-tip and put some soap and water on it and tried to like clean the speakers because I didn't want like piss vibrations coming out of me or something because I'm retarded. And then I destroyed my 3DS, and that's worth like $400 now. But la 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 la. Then I had a GameStop warranty, and I traded that for a black new 3DS. And then I traded that new 3DS because I was like, I already have 3DS. I don't need it. I want a smaller one, like my OG. And I traded for a red 3DS, and that's nice. But this is my OG color. I got this one, even though I already have a red OG 3DS because this is my color. But my father destroyed it because he is very evil and non-conscientious, because it is a very normal thing to leave your 3DS in the bathtub. It is a pretty reasonable response to be like, hey, I'm going to use the bathroom later. Why take the DS with me? I'm going to be back. I can pick it up right out of the bathtub and go right back to my umbrella. Standby on this thing is pretty good. I had a pretty good month and a half with it. And then I got a 2DS. Sad life. Bye.